Hey everyone, Linus here. Today we're diving into the exciting world of Linux on Windows with Fedora's recent arrival on WSL. For a long time, running Linux apps on Windows meant messing around with clunky virtual machines. But now, thanks to WSL or Windows Subsystem for Linux, we can run Linux distributions natively alongside our Windows environment. And guess what? Fedora Linux is officially on board. This is a game changer for developers and anyone curious about the Linux world. Imagine having the flexibility to switch between Windows and Linux environments seamlessly, all within a single system. No more rebooting or dealing with the performance overhead of virtual machines. Fedora's official support on WSL opens up a whole new realm of possibilities. Starting with Fedora 42, you can experience the power and versatility of this popular Linux distribution without ever leaving your familiar Windows desktop. Whether you're a seasoned developer or just starting your Linux journey, Fedora on WSL is an exciting development you won't want to miss. Now you might be wondering, Linus, what exactly is WSL and why should I care? Well, buckle up, because WSL is a real game changer in the world of operating systems. In a nutshell, WSL lets you run Linux distributions directly on Windows, no dual booting or virtual machines required. It's like having two computers in one. WSL acts as a compatibility layer, translating Linux system calls into something Windows can understand. This means you can run Linux command line tools, graphical applications, and even entire development environments right alongside your favorite Windows software. Think of it like this. Imagine running your favorite Linux text editor, like Vim or Nano, to edit code, while simultaneously using Windows-only tools for other tasks. That's the power of WSL. You get the best of both worlds without compromising performance or compatibility. With WSL, you can develop and test cross-platform applications, learn and experiment with Linux commands, access a vast library of open-source software, and run Linux server applications directly on your Windows machine. Alright, enough talk. Let's get our hands dirty and install Fedora Linux on WSL. First things first, make sure you have Windows 11 or a recent version of Windows 10 installed. WSL comes pre-installed on these versions of Windows. To check if you have WSL enabled, open PowerShell as administrator and run the command. If you see a version number, you're good to go. If not, enabling WSL is a breeze. Just search for Turn Windows features on or off in the Start menu and enable Windows Subsystem for Linux. Easy peasy. Now let's grab that Fedora goodness. Open up your trusty PowerShell again and this time run the following command. This command tells WSL to fetch the latest Fedora Linux image and set it up for you. Once it's done, you'll be prompted to create a user account for your Fedora instance. To start your shiny new Fedora Linux instance, just type in PowerShell and boom, you'll be greeted by the familiar Linux command prompt. Section 4, Exploring Fedora, WSL Tools and Features. Now that you've got Fedora Linux up and running on WSL, it's time to explore what this awesome combination has to offer. Out of the box, Fedora WSL comes loaded with a ton of powerful tools and features. You've got your trusty GNU compiler collection or GCC, ready to compile your C and C++ code, along with the LLVM compiler infrastructure for those who prefer a more modern approach. For the web developers out there, Fedora WSL has you covered with support for PHP, Python, Ruby, and more. And if you're into data science or machine learning, Fedora WSL has all the Python libraries you need, including NumPy, Pandas, and scikit-learn. Fedora WSL also includes support for containerization technologies like Docker and Podman, allowing you to create, deploy, and manage lightweight portable applications directly on your Windows machine. Section 5. The Future of Fedora on WSL. The future of Fedora on WSL is looking brighter than a supernova, and I'm not just saying that. The Fedora team is hard at work bringing even more awesome features and improvements to the WSL experience. One of the most anticipated developments is hardware acceleration for graphical applications. Imagine running your favorite Linux games or graphics-intensive software with near-native performance on Windows. That's the dream, and it's getting closer to reality every day. Another area of focus is improving the Flatpak experience within WSL. Flatpak is a popular package management system for Linux that allows you to install and run applications in isolated sandboxes, enhancing security and stability. While you can already install Flatpak on Fedora WSL, the team is working on making the integration even more seamless. The Fedora community is also incredibly active in supporting WSL users. You'll find tons of resources, tutorials, and helpful folks in the Fedora forums and chat rooms, all eager to help you get the most out of Fedora on WSL. With its ease of use, powerful features, and vibrant community, Fedora on WSL is poised to become the go-to choice for experiencing Linux on Windows.